Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Talk things over before third down. From the gun, it's Shedeur. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down. So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep, it's Tyreek Hill. That's fielded at about the 18. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 33, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Herbert. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown Chargers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Jelani Tavai there on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it once more with Judkins. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up third down. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3. Open man, right side. He's got it. To the 20. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
To level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. for Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Herbert. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Amarian Hampton was the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. Now he'll air one out. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Herbert escaping the pressure right. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger.
Herbert's pass intercepted. Turnover on downs.
Ready. Get it. 18, Rattler. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
Play action. It's Sanders. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Ready. 19 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. At deep for the back of the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it'll be third down.
Go. 70 Timberwolves. 1918. Ready.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Open man is the tight end, Harold Fanning. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Cleveland.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Ready.
On the ground, Jenkins. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On the jump.
From the 21, here's second and 8.
Here we go. Go, Cougar 19.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go Street. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Eric Kendricks is there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
That first and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation, I think is a huge win.
Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. They had no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 Lions. 18 Pioneers.
On 3rd and goal, Sanders. This is caught at 2.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone cover.
He will do it himself. He's in. Junior Sanders. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. On for the PAT is Aubrey. Good. And the Browns will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Herbert to throw. This throw right side is caught by Hill. He'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down. Now it's Herbert. Now the ball thrown deep for Johnston. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is a big play for L.A. It's a gain of 43 yards.
Hey, Kaplan. Go.
On 1st down, Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Ready.
On play action now. Herbert. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, L.A. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And no return here. This is a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, break. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. Check smash. 7 Pirates.
As Shedeur on first down. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will score. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Aubrey for the extra point. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So this being the first half, they elect to still kick the extra point instead of moving it up to the 1. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. They'll go again with Hampton. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Here's Herbert. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go kick it.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. His second rushing touchdown of the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Browns have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Set. 5-9, Delta. Let's go.
Give, and here comes Hampton. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup 4.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Now, Herbert. Flush to his right. He's going to run it.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Herbert now on first down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger.
Intercepted. The Browns take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the set. Ready. Let's go. Panthers.
They'll give it here to Judkins. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Stephanie. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Sanders will pop pass here. This defense is all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Project, this ain't what you want.
Third and 11.
Pat. 70 Lions. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Warriors. Cowboy 80. Trap 60. Trap 60.
To throw is sent they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Tuipulotu. What a first month he is putting together. That's his 4th sack already. Here's Braden Mann now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Throwing on first down is Herbert. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Trey Harris, the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Oh, and they had a shot there, Mike. He just overthrows his man, and this just comes down to just continuing to get on the same page. This is a feel throw, a feel route. Just puts a little too much air on it, and he just can't quite run it down.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Herbert. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Short one there to his tight end, Van. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Let's go. It's Hampton. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure if this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this game.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
5-9. Set.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Parsons Schlesinger, he gets there for the sack, setting up fourth down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
Lions,
they'll begin here on the ground. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Browns. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series. They've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Aubrey is good with the extra point. And the Browns add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Pistol here for Herbert. That's complete. It is Trey Harris. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half. And just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On the handoff, Hampton heading right. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
A good spot here. Second and a yard. Throwing, Herbert. His fullback releasing. And he's going to bring it in. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it.
Baylor Tigers.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
Now Herbert hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. We're not really sure if there was much there anyway. We do know it'll be third down.
Pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half.
Orange. Ready?
Herbert now on first down. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down. They pass on that field goal attempt, and they get nothing out of it as the first half comes to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
First and 10. And they're on 35-yard line.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get a chance to... Their breath over on the sideline. Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive.
Get it! Bronco 80! Let go!
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Again, it's Judkins. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Browns first down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Go!
A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Ready. Judkins now on first and 10. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 4.
Cougar 19.
They run straight ahead with Judkins. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
I love this call on 4th down, Mike. Put the game in the hands of your quarterback. Don't overthink it. In this case, let him do it himself, and he picks up a big 1st down.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Throwing now, Sanders on 1st down. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
And it's been this elite pass defense that's made things very challenging for the offense so far, and that's only his first catch of the game. But, you know, sometimes, Mike, it's just that one play that gets you going, so we'll see if that's the case here.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Judkins. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. 4th and goal.
Okay, ready? Come on. Ready?
They'll run for it. It's Judkins. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Well, it turns out it was the 4th time that ended up being the charm, Mike, so they get stopped 3 rush attempts in a row. So what do? They keep the offense out there and they say, all right, try to stop us a 4th. The defense can't keep him out of the end zone, and that was a big-time job finishing off that drive for the offense.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Set.
Another run here with Hampton. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We spend so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? On the handoff, it's Hampton. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
Hey, Catholic.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Now the ball thrown deep for Johnston. He lays out and makes a spectacular catch. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
The Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Catholic.
To throw, it's Herbert. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, ram.
Now Herbert again. And that is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Crowd right. Ready?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. He's going to give the ball over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he's able to fight through 1 tackle here. Pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Ready. Go.
They run it once more with Judkins. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Cleveland.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Shedeur. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup, 21.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd and 5.
Knocking 18, Mustang 19.
Sanders going to throw again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
The RPO, that one is complete, and he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from 40 yards out. Aubrey's kick is good, and the Browns will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Tyreek now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Herbert. He'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. It's 3rd and 4. Perfect. He gets that to his big target there. A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, LA.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Set.
Here's Herbert. To the middle of the field. He's got Johnston. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Chargers.
Herbert to the air again. He'll swing this out to Hampton. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing again, Herbert. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they had this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Got his man at the 6. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. First and goal coming up.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Point after now from Dicker. The kick is good. And the Chargers cut into the lead a little bit.
Chargers 21.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. Let's try to get even closer with an onside kick. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. From the 35, it's first and 10.
Come on, come, trap 60, trap 60, 70 Lions, street, street, Mustang 19. Ready?
From the gun, it's Sanders. He'll check this down to the running back. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Ready?
Second and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Sanders will throw it. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
First down. First and goal on the 9-yard line.
Tag. 70 Timberwolf.
Here we go. One final play. And will be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win for the Browns. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.